The long-standing narrative is that Donald Trump incited the violence that happened on January 6th. Here's what he said in his speech that day about marching up to the Capitol.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
That was obviously inciting violence. Anyone can see that. Now, let's look at an example of not inciting violence from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
A California man is now facing attempted murder charges for allegedly planning to kill Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
That was obviously not incitement. Now, just so we're clear, here's what incitement looks like.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
You guys got it? That was incitement, but this is definitely not inciting violence.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Again, that's not incitement. So now that it's as clear as mud, let's hear what January 6th committee and Swamp member Liz Cheney had to say about the situation. Here she is in an interview last week.
You know, we are not in a situation where former President Trump has expressed any sense of remorse about what happened. We are, in fact, in a situation where he continues to use even more extreme language, frankly, than the language that caused the attack.
So after months of investigating what happened on January 6th, she believes the long-standing narrative that Trump incited the violence. Now, let's see what she says when she's asked if she thinks there was a conspiracy.
I do. It is extremely broad. It's extremely well organized. It's really chilling.
Wait, now I'm confused. Was it a broad and well-organized conspiracy, or did Trump's words incite the riots on January 6th? Because it can't be both. You can't believe the chaos was because of a well-organized conspiracy and that Trump incited the violence. Those two statements are incredibly incompatible. And furthermore, if Trump conspired to have a few hundred people take over the Capitol, what was his end goal? Are we to believe they were going to be able to keep Trump in office somehow? You see, that's the question Democrats have never tried to answer. How was the chaos on January 6th supposed to help Trump? I'm sorry, but this is like the Russian collusion hoax all over again. I'm sure you all remember the walls are closing in and it's the beginning of the end.
He may be feeling the walls closing in on him.
All the walls closing in on him.
The walls closing in on him.
The beginning of the end of the Trump presidency.
Trump will resign.
Trump is going to resign.
Is this the tipping point? I know we've said it over and over.
You think this is a tipping point?
And over and over.
This is a tipping point.
And over and over.
The walls are closing in.
The walls closing in.
The walls closing in.
The walls never did close in. Here's the thing. All those people who were on TV saying the walls were closing in on Trump knew it wasn't true. They knew Trump hadn't colluded with Russia. Project Veritas released this video in June of 2017, a few months before it was the beginning of the end.
We met in Palm Springs a few years back.
Good for you, man. You good?
Yeah. How you been? What are you doing?
Good.
What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
That was Van Jones, a political commentator at CNN, admitting in private that the Russian collusion story was a big nothing burger. Of course, that didn't stop CNN from lying about it for the next 2 years. And this is exactly what the January 6th committee is doing. They're pretending that they have some kind of evidential proof that Trump is responsible for January 6th in the hopes of convincing the American people that Trump is a bad guy. I mean, they want us to believe that this was inciting violence.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
And this is not inciting violence.
I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, You have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
If Democrats and rhinos didn't have double standards, they wouldn't have any standards at all. Look, there is no way Donald Trump conspired to have a few hundred people storm the Capitol in the hopes of them being able to keep him in office. It just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that Congressman Cheney can repeat the narrative that it was Trump's words that, as she put it, caused the attack, and then in the same interview say that it was because of an extremely well-organized and extremely broad conspiracy makes it crystal clear that they ain't got nothing, and that this is nothing more than political prevarication. They're so scared of Donald Trump that they're willing to do anything to stop him from running in 2024. And that's the simple truth.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. And if you all want to support this channel, check out the links in the description, and let's keep putting some common sense back into the great debate.